Picture this. You invest 1,50,000 rupees every year. You pay absolutely zero tax on this amount. The money grows at a guaranteed rate backed by the Indian government. And when you finally withdraw everything after 15 years, you again pay zero tax. Sounds too good to be true, right? But here's the thing. This investment exists. It's been around for decades. And yet, most Indians either completely ignore it, or worse, they use it so wrong that they leave lakhs of rupees on the table. I'm talking about the Public Provident Fund, or PPF. Now, before you click away thinking this is some boring government scheme your parents keep talking about, let me tell you something. PPF is the only investment instrument in India that offers what's called Triple E status. Exempt when you invest. Exempt while it grows. And exempt when you withdraw. No mutual fund gives you this. No fixed deposit gives you this. Not even your beloved stocks give you this. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people think PPF is just a 15-year lock-in where your money gets stuck. They don't know about the extension rules that can turn PPF into a lifetime wealth-building machine. They don't know you can actually take loans against your PPF. And they definitely don't know the partial withdrawal tricks that give you liquidity when you need it most. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how PPF works, who should invest in it, and most importantly, how to use it like a financial weapon in your wealth-building arsenal. Let's start with what makes PPF truly special in the world of Indian investments. The Triple E or E status. Now what does this actually mean in practical terms? The first E stands for exempt at the time of investment. When you put money into PPF, up to 1,50,000 rupees qualifies for tax deduction under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act. So if you're in the 30% tax bracket, investing the full amount saves you 46,800 rupees in taxes every single year. That's money that would have otherwise gone to the government, now working for you. The second E means your returns are exempt from tax while the money grows. Unlike fixed deposits where you pay tax on interest every year, PPF interest compounds completely tax-free. This might sound like a small difference, but over 15 years, this tax-free compounding creates a massive wealth gap. Let me give you real numbers. If you invest 1,50,000 every year for 15 years in a fixed deposit giving 7%, after paying 30% tax on interest annually, you end up with around 32 lakhs. The same investment in PPF at 7.1%, completely tax-free compounding, gives you over 40 lakhs. That's 8 lakh rupees extra just because of tax-free compounding. And the third E is the knockout punch. When you finally withdraw your entire PPF corpus after maturity, you pay absolutely zero tax on it. Compare this to equity mutual funds where you pay 10% on gains above 1 lakh, or debt funds taxed at your slab rate. PPF is the only mainstream investment where the government doesn't take a single rupee from your final amount. Now let's talk about returns. As of the current financial year, PPF offers 7.1% annual interest. I know what you're thinking. 7%. My mutual funds give me 20% last year. Why should I care about 7%? Here's why that thinking is fundamentally flawed. First, PPF 7.1% is guaranteed by the Government of India. This isn't some fund manager's promise or market-dependent return. This is sovereign guarantee. The only way you don't get this return is if the Indian government collapses, and trust me, if that happens, your mutual funds won't save you either. Second, this 7.1% is completely tax-free. If you're in the 30% tax bracket, a fixed deposit would need to give you over 10% pre-tax to match PPF's post-tax return. When was the last time you saw a 10% FD rate? Third, PPF interest is calculated monthly but credited annually. Here's a pro tip most people miss. The interest is calculated on the lowest balance between the 5th and the last day of each month. So if you want to maximize your returns, always invest before the 5th of every month, ideally between the 1st and 5th of April if you're investing the full amount yearly. The rate is reviewed quarterly by the government and has remained stable between 7 and 8% for several years. While it can technically be revised downward, historically, PPF rates have stayed competitive with inflation, ensuring your money maintains real purchasing power. Now some of you might ask, what about inflation? If inflation is 6% and PPF gives 7.1%, am I really growing wealth? The answer is yes, because after adjusting for the tax benefits, your effective return is much higher. For someone in the highest tax bracket, the effective pre-tax equivalent return of PPF is over 10%. That beats inflation comfortably. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The 15-year lock-in period. This is the number one reason young investors avoid PPF. 15 years feels like forever when you're 25. But here's what smart investors understand. This lock-in is actually a feature, not a bug. It forces you to build long-term wealth by protecting you from your own impulsive decisions. How many times have you withdrawn money from savings for something you didn't really need? PPF makes that impossible. But here's where it gets really interesting. The extension rules. After your PPF matures at 15 years, you have two powerful options. Option 1 is extension without contribution. You can simply let your matured PPF continue without adding any new money. Your existing corpus keeps earning 7.1% interest, completely tax-free, indefinitely. You can withdraw any amount, anytime, once per year. This is perfect if you've built a large corpus and want a safe parking space for money that still beats FD returns after tax. Option 2 is extension with contribution. You can extend your PPF in blocks of 5 years while continuing to invest up to 1,50,000 annually. You still get Section 80C benefits. Your money still compounds tax-free. And you can make one partial withdrawal per year of up to 60% of the balance at the beginning of each 5-year extension block. Think about what this means. You could theoretically keep your PPF running for 30, 40, even 50 years. Starting at age 25, by age 60, you'd have a 35-year-old PPF account with decades of tax-free compounding. The corpus would be enormous. And here's the kicker. You must apply for extension within 1 year of maturity. Miss this window, and you lose the option to contribute further. You'd be stuck with extension without contribution only. This is a mistake thousands of Indians make simply because nobody told them about this 1-year deadline. One of the biggest myths about PPF is that your money is completely locked for 15 years. This is simply not true. PPF has a partial withdrawal facility that kicks in from the 7th financial year onwards. Let me explain exactly how this works. Starting from the 7th year of opening your account, you can withdraw up to 50% of the balance that was in your account at the end of the 4th year or the previous year, whichever is lower. Now I know that sounds complicated, so let me give you an example. Say you opened a PPF account in April 2020. Your 7th financial year would be 2026 to 27. At that point, you can withdraw up to 50% of either your balance as of March 2024, which is end of 4th year, or March 2026, which is previous year, whichever is less. You can make only one withdrawal per financial year, and you don't need to give any specific reason. The money is simply transferred to your linked bank account. Now here's a strategic way to think about this. If you've been investing 1,50,000 annually since year 1, by year 7, you have a substantial corpus. Even 50% withdrawal gives you meaningful liquidity for emergencies, children's education, or other major expenses. But here's my advice. Don't withdraw unless absolutely necessary. Every rupee you withdraw loses years of tax-free compounding. A withdrawal of 5 lakhs in year 7 means you lose roughly 10 lakhs of final corpus value due to lost compounding. That's the real cost of early withdrawal. However, knowing that partial withdrawal exists should give you peace of mind. You're not completely locked out. In genuine emergencies, whether medical expenses, job loss, or critical family needs, your PPF can serve as a backup without breaking the entire investment. This makes PPF far more flexible than people realize. Now let me tell you about a feature that 90% of PPF holders don't even know exists. The loan facility. From the 3rd financial year to the 6th financial year of your PPF account, you can take a loan against your balance. This is different from withdrawal because you're borrowing from yourself and the money stays in the PPF ecosystem. Here's how it works. You can borrow up to 25% of the balance at the end of the 2nd preceding financial year. The interest rate is just 1% above the current PPF rate, making it one of the cheapest loans you'll ever get. Currently, that means 8.1% interest on a fully secured loan. Compare this to personal loan rates of 12 to 18% or credit card interest of 36 to 42%. PPF loans are incredibly cheap. The loan must be repaid within 36 months in maximum 2 installments. The principal and interest can be paid separately. If you fail to repay on time, the outstanding amount plus 6% additional interest gets deducted from your final maturity amount. Now when should you use this? Ideally, never. This should be your last resort emergency option. But life doesn't always go as planned. Medical emergencies happen. Job losses happen. Business opportunities arise. In such situations, a PPF loan is infinitely better than breaking an FD, selling mutual funds at a loss, or taking expensive personal loans. Think of it as a financial safety net you hope to never use but are glad exists. One important note. After the 6th year, the loan facility is no longer available because partial withdrawal becomes an option. The government assumes that direct withdrawal is better than loan facility at that stage. So your loan window is specifically years 3 through 6. Strategic investors sometimes keep this in mind when planning their overall emergency fund allocation. So after everything we've discussed, let's answer the crucial question. Should you invest in PPF? Let me give you a clear framework. PPF is perfect for you if you want guaranteed, sovereign-backed returns with zero risk. If you're in the 20 or 30% tax bracket and want maximum tax savings. If you have a long-term goal 15 plus years away like retirement, children's education, or buying a house. If you struggle with financial discipline and need forced savings. And if you already have equity exposure through mutual funds or stocks and need a safe debt component. PPF might not be ideal if you need liquidity in the short term, within 5 to 7 years. If you're in the 0 or 5% tax bracket where tax benefits matter less. If you're young, have high risk appetite, and want to go aggressive with 100% equity. Or if you have unstable income and can't commit even 500 rupees annually. My personal recommendation is this. Treat PPF as the safe foundation of your investment portfolio, the bedrock on which you build riskier investments. A smart allocation would be maximize PPF at 1,50,000 first for tax benefits and guaranteed returns. Then invest additionally in equity mutual funds for higher growth potential. This gives you the best of both worlds. Safety plus growth. Tax efficiency plus wealth creation. Let me leave you with this thought. Wealth building is not about finding the one perfect investment. It's about using multiple instruments strategically based on their unique advantages. PPF's advantage is unmatched safety with complete tax exemption. Used correctly, it can quietly build a corpus of over 1 crore while you focus on growing wealth through other instruments. That's the power of understanding your investments deeply. That's what we do here at Mahayukti Finance. If this video helped you understand PPF better, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into personal finance strategies that actually work for Indian investors.